Welcome to part 2 of my book collection as of 7/20/2013. Kind of getting back to, I forgot to show this novel. This is Bram Stoker's Dracula. Bought this at an airport, never did read it. Probably read it soon. I am into these kinds of novels. My cousin actually recommended this to me, so give this a read one day. That'd be really interesting. Another book on music. The rest of the books will be on music and a couple things that I got at a convention. A book. This is the Nirvana and the Grunge Revolution. It talks about mostly about Nirvana, and there's some interviews, with them with different magazines or whatever. Just text. Very interesting thing. Interesting book. I don't think there's very many pictures in here. Not really, no. But it just kind of talks about the whole grunge revolution, Pearl Jam and Soundgarden, maybe even Mother Love Bone, maybe I think Alice in Chains, Mad Season, all that stuff. All those bands are lumped into that category. Yeah, a very interesting read if you can pick up a copy of this. I know it kind of fetches kind of a high price, at least on an Amazon marketplace. Seller is doing that, or I don't know. I got mine for this book it wasn't cheap at the time. I think it was almost $20 maybe. So interesting. Okay, this is another Bob Dylan book, Rolling Thunder Logbook. This is pretty much someone that toured with Bob Dylan back in the 1975 Rolling Thunder tour, and kind of giving his take on what went on then, and I think it's just a journalist, I believe. I haven't read it in a long time. It's been a couple of years since I've actually read through it somewhat. So that's pretty cool. And this I got really cheap. I think I got it on clearance. But this is Metallica's So What? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Or the Good, the Mad, and the Ugly. And here's that famous Metallica logo there. One of them anyways. But there's photos from, past, present, somewhat present at least, I think. This came out in the early 2000s, I think, as soon as... there's a lot of cool photos in here, candid stuff from the 80s, 90s, a lot of photos, interviews with the band from different magazines, Rolling Stone, some personal photos of the guys on vacation. It's really, really neat. I mean, some people think Kirk Hammett is gay. I don't believe that. Even if I don't think he is. This is the band in the studio, just a lot of cool photos. Stuff you probably won't see anywhere else. But I bought it for the photos and just the memories, and just to kind of get a little bit closer to the band as far as knowing, just getting to read these interviews and stuff. But here is something that says on the back: in the fall of 1993, Metallica just finished a 302-date world tour and sold 15 million copies of the Black Album worldwide. And sadly, this is when they started the quality of their music started to decline, in my opinion, and many other fans share that same view. But it was a time Metallica decided to speak directly to the fans through their own publications devoted entirely to an uncensored inside look at the band. Early in 1994, they launched So What magazine exclusively for fan club members. So this is really like a kind of another nod to the fans and a little chunk of that fan club, something to help, something to give to those hardcore fans. I've been a fan since early to mid 90s, but a decade later, it remains the only place in print to meet and mingle immediately with Metallica intimately. So What? The Good, the Mad, and the Ugly, the first ever official illustrated chronicle of Metallica, draws on the magazine's colossal resources to create the ultimate book of all Metallica fans. For all Metallica fans, sorry. So this is really cool. I haven't read this since I bought it. That's been about 3 or 4 years now. But kind of shows the band going to United States, I guess, Congress or federal court, and trying to having Napster shut down. So that happened in July 11th of 2000. So they were really known as the ones that brought Napster down, and that really hurt their fan base as well, which is interesting. But I've always bought Metallica's albums and supported them for what they offer to their fans, because they offer nothing but top-notch quality music. In the early days, in my opinion, the new stuff is it's all right. Draw Alien Fantasies, a step-by-step guide by Damon J. Rangel. This just shows you how to draw different little characters, aliens. This is probably more for kids or teenagers, really. And this is about that time that I got these. About the time that I got them. I think I got them at, I want to say a library at school. They would rent these books out, and we'd be able to. I rented it, and later on it went on sale, so I bought it. I believe this is from school. Yes. Yeah, it probably is, because it has a stamp in it and everything. There's no holder for a card, the book cards back then. I think now it's all probably scanned electronically, fully integrated into that kind of system. But here's Draw Cars, a step-by-step by Doug DeBosk, showing you how to draw different cars, mostly older 90s models. I'm pretty sure this came out in like 1993 or something, 94. Let's see here, 1997, and this is the first Scholastic printing of this book. But those book fairs at school were so cool, in my opinion. That you can draw vans and trucks and cars and SUVs. It shows you step by step how to do it, and I would just trace them sometimes. I get lazy with it and just kind of trace them. But yeah, here's something that's in the same drawer with all this other stuff, and I forgot to show it. This is a copy of the B-52's Rock Lobster, and on the B side is Running Around. So this is material from their first album. So that's pretty cool. And then here's I think I've seen this before, but not in this quality. The B-52 single, bought this in Oklahoma at Homer's Records. I used to have the bag that came with it, but I got rid of it. So, really cool. This is on Island Records. Just didn't come with a sleeve. This is the only thing it came in. Just this paper sleeve here. But there's the label, Homer's Records. Really cool place. It's a very small shop. Prices were, from decent to reasonable to a little high. They're not outrageous like some record stores I've gone to. So, but that's cool. And then here is the program for the Dallas Comic Con, May 19th through the 20th of 2012. That was really cool. When I went to that, and I've been really meaning to show all this stuff. I still have some more stuff to show. There's Star Wars, now shipping to a galaxy near you, than 100 different images online. Official pics, order now at Official Pics. You could order prints of these pictures at the actual convention, and I guess some of the none of the Star Wars cast was going to be there, but you could order these, so that's pretty cool. Maybe one day I'll do that. I need to fill up some space on this wall anyways with posters and whatnot, and show one poster that I've purchased, and it's been sitting around for a long time and I haven't put it up. So that's all for the book collection for now. Actually, I'll be coming back to show the rest of this particular book. It's a heavy one, and it's not hard to find but in the future it may be hard to find. But here is Zelda's Hyrule Historia book. Very cool emblem there on the front. On the side you have the sword, Master Sword, I believe, and this has come out by Dark Horse, and they do comics, so that's really cool. I'll show this right here, and I'll be cutting to another part here in a second, and I gotta get some laundry too. But here's the front of the front page. Here's this really cool painting in there, but this just kind of shows different unreleased photos from the Wind Waker game, mostly of that. I think it's let's see here. But you have the original Zelda. Well,